Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for Demon Slayer episode 25. Um, Essentially, I think, Inosuke and, Zenitsu ended up somewhat doing the, rehabilitation, but I think they kind of quit partway through. And, so Tanjiro was the only one doing all that stuff. And, we learn a little more about the girl who doesn't talk. Says what she needs to make a decision, she flips a coin. We find out that she had been in the very, very slummy parts of a town where essentially, people were starving to death, essentially. And it got to the point where her parents sold her to a man, and thankfully, dang it, what was her name? Lady Kocho? I can't even remember what her name is. The butterfly lady and her big sister showed up, and they ended up buying her from him and taking her in. Bad thing is, she can't make a decision on her own, even as simply as to whether to eat or not, because she has to be told to do everything, so they gave her her sister gave her the coin so she'd be able to make a choice. Though you would think it wouldn't have to worry about making a choice on eating, but then again, since she was from the slums, they more than likely didn't have food to eat, so I guess it was just a habit of not eating, so I guess that would just have to be unlearned. And so she ended up becoming a demon slayer as well, although I don't know what ended up in, I assume the two ended up influencing her to become a demon slayer. Especially after what happened to her sister, so I assume that was what motivated her even more. So apparently fire breathing and flame breathing are not the same thing. I don't know what the difference would be, but Tanjiro was asking about the whole fire breathing thing that his father did that he used against Rui before, that he thought he had beheaded the demon, but he's gonna ask the fire Hashira when he gets back from his mission about that and see if he knows essentially anything. And they actually end up getting Zenitsu and Inosuke to join in on the total concentration breathing thing as well, because she used reverse psychology on Inosuke, telling him, oh, you can't do this and that's final. And yeah, that got him ticked off, and he decided he was going to do it anyway. And all Zenitsu needed was essentially a pretty girl smiling at him and telling him to do it, and he does it. So I think at this point they're almost done with their rehabilitation training and everything. And it's gotten to the point where Tanjiro can blow air into one of those gourd thingies and break it, but he hasn't been able to do the big one yet. But they finally get their new swords, or Inosuke and Tanjiro get their new swords. And the funny thing is that I don't know if he'd be able to make them like that, but he could have easily asked the guy, I like my swords notched, could you do that? I don't know if he'd be able to do that, but it would have been a better idea to do that than to just do what Inosuke did. It was smash the swords to where they were notched, because that made the poor swordmaker freak out. But I don't know if he would have been able to make them notched from the start. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, we learned more about that girl in this episode, and I am curious as to what's going to happen. And then season 2, because obviously I am done with Demon Slayer and I'm eager for season 2. I want to see My Hero Academia season 5 so badly, and yet at the same time I am scared because we find out more about Dabi's background. I'm assuming the whole war arc is going to be popping up. And I'm assuming a lot of people will die, and they have no Ex Machina thing to bring them back, like the Dragon Ball. So I don't want to see people die. I don't want to have to cry on camera. Please don't make me cry on camera. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I will see everybody next time.